Hello there, BookTube. My name is Daniel. Welcome back to my channel, Guilty Feet. New York, New York, so good they named it twice. New York, New York, all the scandal and the vice. And I've got no rhythm, but I am in New York. Now, I'm recording this Wednesday, the 22nd of December. We were supposed to fly to New York tomorrow, Thursday, the 23rd of December, arriving early morning Friday, and then Israel announced that it was going to put America in the red zone, which means it would be illegal for Israelis to fly to America. So we literally took the last train out of Dodge, not literally because we flew and it wasn't out of Dodge. We literally did not take the last train out of anywhere. We moved our flight earlier, flew to New York on Monday evening and got here, and we're here. We were supposed to be here next week came in for a family wedding. All our kids were supposed to come with all their spouses and partners, and none of them are coming. So my wife and I escaped. New York is a mess with Omicron at the moment, and we're trying to stay safe. So I'm holed up in this fabulous apartment that our friends have lent us, and we're going to try and stay safe and not do too much. Like I did to go and see Spider-Man last night in the cinema, fully masked, everyone vaccinated, and we're hoping to go to the theatre later today. If anything's left open on Broadway, we want to try and catch the Lehman trilogy, I think, but let you know. Anyway, I'm here. I haven't recorded for the last week because I'm still stuck in the book that I wanted to finish before the end of the year, which is Hilary Mantel's The Mirror and the Light. I didn't even read it on the plane, so I am on page 450 out of 880, so I still need to finish this, and I will. I won't start anything else until I finish this. Maybe I'll do a chunk of it this weekend, but this has already been 2 weeks. It's dense. I enjoy it. I just am not making the time to read something that's slightly tougher read. It's two different versions of a tough read, right? One of them is you sit there and you plow through it and it's just very dense. The other is just makes it slightly uncomfortable and not desperately keen to return to it because I'm book monogamous. I don't read anything else, so it kind of slowed down when I get bogged down in a big book. So I'm 2.5 weeks into this. I'm not reading anything else, and I'm just over halfway through. So I'll give it another go this weekend and hopefully finish it off before the new year. But in the meantime, I have a little book haul because our friends who have lent us this apartment, who we're going to stay with hopefully in New Year's in Connecticut, I had ordered a whole bunch of books and sent it to them, and they came and met us this morning, and we had breakfast with them in close to here, and so they brought all the books that I'd sent to them, which is fabulous. Now, just to let you know where I am, we're actually in Manhattan, in the Lower East Side, so I've already walked past it. I haven't been in yet, but I am about an 8-minute walk to the Strand bookstore, which is one of my spiritual homes, so I will be buying more books while I'm here. We went yesterday. We arrived yesterday morning, dropped all our stuff off at the apartment, and had a couple of work meetings, which the time zones were all messed up because I was suddenly in New York and not in Israel. And then we went for a walk. We mooched around Soho, Lower Manhattan, and my wife wanted to go to Uniqlo, and I bought some stuff there, and then all the shops around that part of the city, and went into, I hadn't been before, but went to the McNally Jackson bookshop, an independent bookstore in Lower Manhattan on Prince Street, and had a good, which has a great store, and I think I have some footage of that. Maybe I'll try and edit in here. First bookstore of the visit. We are on Prince Street in Lower East Side, about to go into McNally Jackson. I haven't been here before, so hopefully it'll be fun. And there's my wife, looking fabulous and cold. We're going in. I took some footage inside.
Yeah, that's right. I really liked it. With essays written by other lawyers, sheriff,
Yes. You just saw that. Anyway, but I have a book haul of the stuff that I have so far. I didn't buy anything in McNally Jackson because it's a great independent bookstore. I was heaving with people. So this was the week before Christmas. A lot of people in there shopping, books at full price. I'm just trying to avoid buying books at full price at the moment because I've got a lot of books that I already own, and eventually you can get everything a little bit cheaper, but I wanted to get Detransition Babies out in paperback. The cost of paperback in America much more than paperbacks in the UK. I think disproportionately so. In average paperback here, or literary fiction paperback, so not a mass market supermarket thing, but is like $17, $18 for a paperback book, which is, I guess, £12 maybe. And in the UK, you can buy things, I think new undiscounted paperbacks are maybe $8.99, some $7.99, and then if you buy them discounted online, you can get them for less than that. So I as much as I wanted to do Transition Baby, and I saw the Amanda Gorman poetry collections out, but it doesn't include, very cleverly, they did not include the poem from the inauguration, so I haven't bought that. I kind of want that, but I was hoping it was going to be in her published collection, then I have it all in one place, but now you have to buy the two of them separately, which is a bit annoying. But this is what I have picked up. This is my book haul to date, and I will be adding to this week when I actually do some physical shopping. Strand has good secondhand books, and Mysterious Bookshop has good books. And if I get there, A Forbidden Planet, I want to see if they've got any books on graphic novels on sale there. This is what I've got. It's a long ramble, 5-minute ramble. I haven't shown you a single book yet. Anyway, okay. So first of all, this one for some reason isn't packaged. Came out like this. And this is something I've been waiting to read for a year. This is Sometimes You Have to Lie, The Life and Times of Louise Fitzhugh. This, before I started making videos on BookTube, I saw Steve Donoghue talk about this. This has been out for about a year. I don't think it's out in paperback. I don't know if it's coming out in paperback. And I bought this. I'll tell you how much I paid for this. This is by Leslie Brody. And I paid $7.05 for this brand new hardback, which cost $30 new. And I have a deep, I don't know if I spoke about this before on BookTube, I have a deep and abiding love for Harriet the Spy and Louise Fitzhugh. I've done some research into her life, the most fascinating character, and I think I'll talk about this more when I read this book. It'll go high up on the list because I've been wanting to read it for a year. She's a fascinating woman. Harriet the Spy has had as much deep an impact on my life as probably any other book that I've ever read, and still is very meaningful to me. So this is a great purchase. Sometimes You Have to Lie by Leslie Brody. Okay, now we start with some actual packages. So it's been a little ripping and tearing, you know how it's This is excellent. Okay, so this is 32 Cadillacs by Joe Gores. This is the third or fourth, I don't know which one this is, 1 second, in the DKA, which is the Dan Kearney Associates. They are Private Eyes. And this is the third or the fourth one in the series. I don't remember which one, but I paid $5.03 for this in this lovely Mysterious Press paperback, and I have the first two in the same edition, which is why I got this. And I've got I think this might be the fourth one, and I've got the third one as well. So I bought two of these that should be in this collection. Oh, that's not real, is it? I think it must be a signed edition. That looks like. So just another one of these treats that you get. It's got inside the cover. I don't know if you can see there. Someone's written 0.50. So that at one point is sold for 50 cents. It's got a cover price of, it's a mass market paperback, so cover price of $5.50, and I paid around that for it secondhand. Of this. It's kind of beaten up paperback, and I love that. So I'm pleased with that. That is 32 Cadillacs by Joe Gores. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I've read a couple of his books, including the first two in this series. What else we got? Big hardback. So these are all things I ordered in the States and had sent to my friend in Connecticut. What is it? So, all from all sorts of different places. And this is a lovely ex-library book, that looks like. And this is The 100 Nights of Hero by Isabel Greenberg, which I'd heard great things about. I didn't realize it was going to be a great big hardback version like this. And this is a graphic novel. And 1 second, let's see. It looks like it's like this sticker on the side suggests to me this is a library book, but I can't see where. Here we go. So it's withdrawn, no longer the property of Norfolk Public Library. Norfolk Public Library, anybody? And it's been withdrawn from there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a lovely, great big graphic novel. The 100 Nights of Hero by Isabel Greenberg. with a cover price of $25 US, and I picked this up for $7.23 from ABE. Oh, yeah, so a lot of these books came from ABE, the Advanced Book Exchange, which I used to buy from years ago and hadn't bought from for a while. But for this trip, I was arbitraging prices of things that I was interested in. I was seeing some good prices there. So that one, I think 32 Cadillacs was from there as well. And yes, sometimes You Have the Light was also from ABE. Okay, I think I know what this is just based on the size. I bought two of the next two in this series. God, wow, they really make this hard to get into. I'll put another bit more. So this could only be, yes, books 4 and 5 in the Bad Machinery series, which you've seen me hold up some of these before. So this one of these, yes, so let's do this in the right order. This is Bad Machinery number 4, The Case of the Lonely One. And these great big outsize graphic storytelling is originally published as online comic strips by John Allison, who is the author of Giant Days, of which more later. And this is an earlier series. So this was Publishers Weekly to 2013, Best Books for Children, Yalta 2015, Great Graphic Novels for Teens. That's number 4, Bad Machinery, The Case of the Only One, and number 5, Bad Machinery, The Case of the Fire Inside. And these originally retail for $20 each. So that's the cover price on them from Oni Press, $20. And I got these from both from ABE at $6.37 each, $6.37 each. So I'm very happy to have those and add those to my collection. Read them and add them to my collection because I just love these great big outsize things. That's the peculiar. Okay, what I've got here, a very small, thin one. Let's have a look what this is. Comes from Half Price Books, but that doesn't mean I didn't buy it from Half Price Books. And that's Half Price Books selling through ABE, I believe. We'll have a look in a second. Ooh, wherever you are. Oh, this is just depressingly well packaged. Oh no, okay. I went at it the wrong way. My God. Okay, this is the other one of the Jaguars. So this is Gone No Forwarding by Jaguars, and also see that same mysterious. This is in slightly better condition. This one's a lot thicker. So I've got these two, 32 Cadillacs and Gone No Forwarding. You can see one is considerably chunkier than the other, but one faded more than the other, but both from Mysterious Press, which is Otto Penzler's press that he ran out of the Mysterious Bookshop, which is in Lower Manhattan, which I may get to visit this time. I'm not sure if I'll go again. I was there last time about 2.5 years ago. So very good. So that I've now got Gone No Forwarding and 32 Cadillacs. The next two, I think the last two in that series. Okay. What else have I got? This is definitely a graphic novel of some kind. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Incognito, with an introduction by Bill Hader, according to this. I didn't realize that. Another graphic novel. So I've read, I'm picking up a lot of Ed Brubaker when I can find them relatively cheaply. This is sort of neo-noir graphic novels. I like those, I like reading a lot of these stuffs. What did that come to? That cost me $6.97. So under $7 for this, and with a cover price of, they're saying, this was originally sold in PALs for that's sold second-hand in PALs for $12.95. I think cover price was $18.99 originally. So that's Incognito, Ed Brubaker, and Sean Phillips. Another one. This must be another graphic novel because that's what I bought quite a few graphic novels because there's some of them were cheaper than I can usually see them by buying them from the States and having them shipped to the States, as opposed to what I often do, which is to buy in the UK and have it shipped to the UK. But some of this, I'm sorry about this. These bags are absolutely impenetrable. My God. Yeah, I just want to get my book out. Okay, so afterwards, this is the next volume of The Goon by Eric Powell, Heaps of Ruination, volume 3. And this was, I'm looking here, this cost me $5.32. Got a cover price of $12.95 US from Dark Horse. Oh, and that's interesting. I just noticed that. Guest appearance by Hellboy. So It's the latest volume of The Goon. These are kind of kooky. I'm not, you know, I've enjoyed them all. I'm only picking them up if I can find them for $5, $6. And I only pick them up in order because so even if I saw the volume 9 for $3, I wouldn't buy it because I need to get volumes 4 through 8 first of all. I'm nuts like that. Okay, that's another Goon. Let's see what else we've got. Definitely another graphic novel. There are some works of literature coming up for those of you who get fed up with watching me talk about comic books. What's this one? This is what I was talking about before. So this is Giant Days, Volume 4. John Allison's story of kids in university, students in university in the UK. And I just get I think I just read Volume 3 a couple of weeks ago, and this is Volume 4 that I picked up for $6.10 with a cover price of $14.99 US. And that's brand new, that's never been read before. So that was from, that was also from abe.com. Okay. And this could be the next one already. Yes, Giant Days Volume 5. So this is like super interesting when you do this, and this is you take your life in your own hands. So this is, I got this from ABE, Volume 4, I paid $6.10 for. Lovely, pristine, never been read, no remainder mark. And then I got Volume 5, which I paid $4.41 for, and this is an ex-library version, so slightly more beaten up, bit of water damage there at the top, and it belonged to the Arapahoe Library District. Withdrawn from library collection, second-hand sale authorised by Arapahoe Library District. So I love that. I don't care that this one's beaten up. This one's in worse shape than that, and it's got that horrible sticker on it, because I now have the next 2 volumes that I need to read of Giant Days. And they say that one cost me $4.41 with a cover price of, I guess, the same $14.99. Yeah, $14.99 US. Okay, what's this? This one appears to be vacuum packed. From Better World Books. So let's see what this is. I've ordered a few books from Better World Books. Let's see what this is. This is a hardback, but it might still be a graphic novel. In fact, I believe it still is. 1 second. Oh, it really is vacuum packed. Oh. Also from a library book. This is You're All Just Jealous of My Jetpack by Tom Gould. Gould, and this is, again, comic strips. He's an interesting chap, Tom Gould. I've been looking to try and read more of his stuff. This is from the Wilkinson Library in Telluride, Colorado. So that's where this was formerly held. I don't mind buying a second. Well, this cost me $5.45, and the problem is that buying this was $20 new. So it's a collection of tiny little strips, and to spend $20 on that would drive me crazy. But I want to read him. He's got a couple of other, I think he's got a book out called Mooncop, which I really want to get to, but I like to try and pick these things up cheaply. So that's why I look secondhand. That's why I'm prepared to pay these kind of prices and get ex-library books, because that way you can pick up these things. I might try and remove some of this. It's from the young adult section, and you're just missing the whole thing. It doesn't look very nice on this shelf like that. So I may try and tidy this up and pick some of that off. But pleased to have that. You're All Just Jealous of My Jetpack. Okay, this feels like a hardback book. I think I know which one it is. Let's have a look. And that opens a lot easier. Oh, no, it isn't the one I thought it was, but this is also good. The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. So this is, I believe, has been read. It's got slightly bent corners. So this is a hardback, new to me, but previously owned. I bought this secondhand, and I bought this. So the cover price, this is not out in paperback yet, I don't believe. The cover price of this was $27 US, and I bought this for $9.29. That's the most I paid at this whole haul. That's the most I paid for a single book. $9.29. That's including postage. I'm looking forward to getting that. I know people are reading for a year. Bob the Booker was a big fan of this book, and also other people have loved this story. So I'm looking. This will be a good read into the new year. There's Mr. Jones Jr. right there. The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. Pick that up. Thank you. What else? We're down to the last parcel, but it is a parcel with a bunch of books in it. So let's move some of the stuff out of the way, and let's see what this last package is. And these would have all come from the same place, I believe. So I think I know. Yeah, I think this is all from Better World Books. Let's see how I get into this. Oh, that top one's falling over too. That's not good. I wish I did search in this apartment for scissors before I started doing this. I couldn't find any, which is really bad because that would have been very helpful right now. I hate it when they add sellotape to a parcel, so instead of being able to cut it the way you want to be able to do it, it's all completely buggered. No. Flipping Ada! Okay, they've really messed that book up with this packaging. That's good. That's interesting. And these are hardback books that I wasn't expecting on that one. Okay, so a bunch of these look like all ex-library books. So I got these from Better World Books online. Oh, good. Okay, so let me take you through these. So another hardback graphic novel collection. This is Jason Shiger, and this is Empire State, A Love Story or Not. He does this very sort of stylized, very cartoonish art, you can see there. He has this is retired from the Fruitville Public Library in Sarasota, Florida. So thank you to that. Cover price of $17.95, and I would have paid for this $3.36. So great, this will be like a 20-minute, half-hour read. He has a book out called Book Hunter, which I read sitting down in a independent bookstore, just flicking through. I had a couple of hours to spend when it's there, and I really want to get a hold of a copy, and they go for like $20, $30 each. But in the meantime, I picked up Empire State by Jason Shiger. Next, we have a book I've spoken about a fair bit this year, but haven't owned yet. I didn't realize this was hardback, and I'm really happy to have it in hardback. This is The Lost by Daniel Mendelsohn, and this is the third Mendelsohn book. So I read Three Rings early this year, and based on that, I went out and bought An Odyssey with Daniel Mendelsohn, and this is a much heavier book. So this is the book that he saw at the very beginning of Three Rings. He's just finished writing this book, and he has a breakdown in the Museum of the Diaspora in Tel Aviv because he's just spent years researching what happened to his family, members of his family in the Holocaust. So this is that story. Michael Chabon at the back describes it as a gripping detective story, a stirring epic, a tale of ghosts and dark marvels. So far, he hasn't let me down, Mendelsohn. This is going to be even more serious work than the previous stuff, but I'm down for it. This is previously the property of the Cranberry Public Library in Cranberry, New Jersey. But it was discarded by them and picked up by me. And so I bought this for $3.36 with a cover price of $27.95. So that's a good pick up. This is one of the missing Zadie Smiths, and I didn't realize it was coming in a nice hardback with beautifully covered. Cover price $27, and I paid this $3.36. So that's a win. Which library is this from? Let's have a look. These are short stories withdrawn from the Brookline Village Public Library of Brookline in Brookline, Massachusetts. There's a fabulous author photo of Zadie Smith on there. And these are, I believe, the short stories. I wonder if the short story I've read is in this. What was it? Martha and Hanwell? No, neither of those are in here. So this is completely new material to me. Everything of Zadie Smith so far I have loved, and I'm going to read these short stories. So this is the fiction, short stories, essays. This is not the non-fiction, which is called Feel Free, maybe? Okay, Grand Union. This is Time to Scatter Stones by a Matthew Scudder story by Lawrence Block. Lawrence Block is a detective writer, but Matthew Scudder is one of his characters. I think there's 17, 18 of them, and this is one that he wrote 8-10 years after his last Matthew Scudder. And I've read all of them, so I thought it was time to pick this up. This is the deluxe hardcover edition that originally sold for $25, and I paid for this $7.08, or 8 cents, I should say. And it's a short 150 pages. But I've read all the other Matthew Scudders. I've read other series by Lawrence Block. He's got his Bernie Roddenberry series, and he's got his Hitman series. So I haven't read a Scudder for a while, and I'm pleased to have this in the collection. This is a new author to me, but I kept hearing things about this. Oh no, where's this from? Let's see which library this one's from. Baltimore County Public Library. So that's another ex-library book. And this one, also, I don't know if this is a library book or this is like a print-on-demand version. I think this seems to be I don't know, it's like a very cheap copy. This is Gravesend by William Boyle, that I paid $3.36 for, from Broken River Books. I can't even see a cover price for it. So I don't know whether this is print on demand or something, but I'd heard great things about this. This is when was this published? In the last 10 years. Compliments of Pitt Greensburg Bookstore. I don't know what that is. When was this published? 2013 by Broken River Books. And it came up on my radar a couple of times, and so I thought I'd try some new noir. It's a book that hits you in the guts the same way David Goodis or Charles Willeford's books do, according to Willie Lawton, who I haven't read. I haven't read David Goodis, but I have read Charles Willeford, so that's half a recommendation. Gravesend by William Boyle. Then another book this is Parakeet by Marie-Helene Bertino. I read her first novel, which is 2 a.m. in the Cat's Pajamas, and loved it. So when this came out, I waited and I decided I would pick it up half price or cheap. I paid $3.36 for this from Better World Books, and this was new $26. So that's, I just exercise a bit of patience when in my reading, and this is a great example of that. To pay $3.36 instead of $26 new, or paying Amazon price at the time would have been $19.95 or whatever it was. So I'm very happy to pick this up for under $4. And let's see where this was from, which library. Here's the bit I don't understand. It says date due, it doesn't say, and that's depressing. It's got a date due, it's got a stamp at the back of it that no one has ever withdrawn. Oh, it says right on the front cover, West Tisbury Public Library. West Tisbury. Anyone know where West Tisbury is? West Tisbury Public Library. So this was would have been bought for the library. It doesn't look like it's ever been read or lent out. And this was published early 2020, I think. So within a year and a half of being published, it is already unread and discarded and available to me for, what's that, 20% of cover price. So that's Parakeet by Marie-Helene Bertino. None of that stops it from getting a high recommendation from me, because I say I loved her first book. I've only heard good things about Parakeet. So if you're willing to be patient and look for things, you'll get things that you want to read at good prices. Parakeet. And then the last one, which got totally beaten up in that packaging. That's very disappointing. And this is sometimes what happens when you order from places like this. This is a copy of Fake and the Jew by Will Eisner. From which library is this? 1 second. Let's see what it says. This is from the Sunderland Public Library, 20 School Street, Sunderland, Massachusetts. And I like Will Eisner. He's, this is what you get with Will Eisner. And this is, I think, a history of Fagin and his portrayal and anti-Semitism and stuff like that. Will Eisner is the father of the graphic novel, the creator of The Spirit, if you know that, and I think a master of the art. He's also written books about comics and how they work, and time and the gutter and space and negative space, and he's really an expert on this area. So I try and pick up his work when I can. This is one I hadn't read. I read his book on the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, where he talks about the history and what that was, and this is, I say, more on Eisner and specifically focusing on Fagin this time. And I paid for this $4.76, but it is a little more beaten up and back. This was folded over in the packages, came like this, so I will press this under something else and then gladly add this to my list. The stickers are a bit much. I don't know what special adhesive they use in library stickers. I guess they don't want people to remove them, so I probably won't. That's Fagin the Jew by Will Eisner. And that is my halfway book haul. So that's everything I've got till now, but I haven't been shopping yet. It's only day 2 of my trip, and we're here for another 8-10 days. So I have all these. These will have to go in a suitcase back to Israel with me at some point. And I think I'm probably going to buy more books while I'm here, and probably more graphic novels specifically, because those are the things I tend to find cheap at the Strand, hoping in Forbidden Planet as well, and then I'm going to go up to Book Off in Times Square when we try and pick up some theatre tickets. That's an awful lot of talking, but I hadn't uploaded for a while, so I thought I would. And wishing everyone happy holidays, and I'll try and put something up next week. This is, I think, exactly 1 year since my first video. I've been doing this, so this is, I think, around 90 times I've published something on YouTube in the last year, which I'm really happy with. I didn't know if I'd be able to. There's any consistency, so thank you if you've watched this far, which I doubt, and my statistics tell me that most people don't get to the end. So if you have made it all the way to minute 29, watching this video, then why don't you leave a comment below with the leave a comment below. I don't know. I can't have a funny word to tell you. Leave a comment below with the word abomination in it, and that way I'll know. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.